Hi, Matt Cave here, and today we're going to talk about how much does a property manager cost. So you may be looking into property management, wondering what sort of fees are involved, and so today we're here to really break that down, take a deeper dive into the costs associated with property management. So the first thing I would say, even before we get into costs, is to make sure that you're actually dealing with a property management professional. So there's a lot of people who will be able to assist you with your rental property. We've seen some agents who kind of dabble in rentals, also some maintenance techs who call themselves property managers, and they're really able to take some items off of your plate. But when you're looking for a property manager, you really want somebody who specializes in the full scope of property management. You may have heard us talk about the property management trifecta, which is leasing, accounting, and maintenance, and all the subsets below those three primary focuses. And you want to make sure that whoever you're using is a well-rounded property manager who's able to take all of those things off your plate, not just one or two of them. So that's the first thing. Make sure that you're actually working with a property manager and not somebody who just kind of dabbles in one or two areas of rental properties. So when we're looking at the costs associated with property management, the first thing is the property management fee itself. So there's a couple different structures to property management fees. The first is a percentage base, which is pretty common. So the percentage base is based on the amount of rent that's collected. So the property manager will calculate their fee based on the rent and the income that's collected at the property. Sometimes there's a minimum and a cap to that, so you want to look out for those things, but that's how a percentage-based fee works. There's also flat fees, so some property managers charge just like a flat monthly fee or annual fee for their service. Again, that flat fee may have a minimum and a maximum amount, so you'll want to look at those things, but the flat fee is typically a nice simple way of pricing. And then there are also hybrids where there's a percentage and a dollar amount, so sometimes that's per unit or per property, so you want to kind of take a look at those things. But that is property management fee, the structure of the property management fee itself. The second thing that you want to look at is any additional fees. So it's pretty common that there's going to be some additional fees that a property manager may charge outside of the management agreement, or I'm sorry, the management fee itself. So some of those things look like possibly a leasing fee, lease renewal fees, cost of evictions, early termination, setup fees. So it's important that you take a look at those things and consider them. I think that one of the most important factors about these fees is transparency. So if you're speaking to someone, you want to make sure that they're mentioning all of the fees. One of the things that we recommend is going to the property manager's website and making sure that they have this stuff public. If it's hidden, if it's in fine print in the property management agreement, obviously that's not the best thing. We really like to see that transparency. So again, if you're interviewing a property manager looking at a company, we recommend going to their website and seeing that transparency is there and things aren't hidden in fine print. And then lastly, the third thing you want to look out for property management pricing is maintenance costs. So there's two common setups for property management companies. They often have either in-house management where they have their own technicians in-house, or they use third-party vendors. Typically, there's a cost associated with either one. For the third-party vendors, there's sometimes a maintenance markup, so they may charge either a flat fee as a maintenance coordination fee or a markup on maintenance invoices that come in. For folks who have it in-house, there's typically a profit margin there, so you'll want to know whether the technicians are in-house, how much the hourly rate is. So those are maintenance costs associated with property management. Again, we think that it's important that you just make sure that there's transparency there, that the property manager is sharing all the fees associated, and it's not hidden somewhere in fine print. So we've spoken about a few of the fees associated with property management, but I'd also like to talk about some of the savings that come along with using a property manager. So there is definitely those hard costs up front with hiring a professional, but on the flip side, there's also some savings there. So the first one you want to think about is time savings. If you own the property now, you want to kind of do an evaluation. How much time are you spending at your property and on your property, on the phone, putting out little fires, making calls, sending emails? Your time is valuable. So when you hire a property manager, they're going to take all that stuff off your plate. So you really want to do an honest assessment of how much time you're spending at your property and how much time you're going to save. Time is money. And so there will definitely be a savings there if you can have somebody take those things off of your plate for you. The second way you can save some money on hiring a property manager is typically when a property manager lists a home, you're going to have shorter days on market. They're usually able to do a little bit better marketing, a little bit more professional photos and descriptions, and kind of cut down the days on market, which ultimately adds to your bottom line. They will also typically have the pricing dialed in, so that kind of shortens those days on market as well. If you have the proper pricing on a home, shorter days on market, again, equal more money for you. And then lastly, typically when a resident is in a property and they have a property manager, the renewal rate is a little bit higher. You typically have higher resident satisfaction. Typically, maintenance work orders go a little bit smoother and faster when you have a property manager involved. So you have happier residents and they tend to stay longer. If you are familiar with rental properties, you'll know that turnover is one of the biggest expenses. It'll really eat into your bottom line. So making sure that you get a high renewal rate is very important. So with property managers, you typically have happier residents and a higher renewal rate. So those are some of the cost savings that you'll see with a property manager. Happy to discuss this further with you. If you'd like, you can visit us at www.hpshomes.com, click on the contact form and set up a call. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Hi, Matt here. Just wanted to mention two quick things. First of all, thank you for watching this video. Hope you got a lot of good value out of it. If you are interested in seeing more videos like this, the first thing, please subscribe. We put out a lot of new content, so if you subscribe, you can be notified when the new stuff comes out. And secondly, please feel free to visit us online on our website, www.hpshomes.com. You can fill out a quick contact form on there, set up a consult with a licensed property management professional. We'd love to have a consult with you, talk about how you can tighten up your rental processes and get your trifecta running smoothly. So we'd love to talk shop. Visit us online, www.hpshomes.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day.